race for now as we have a max back complete. Hello and welcome back to On here. Today we are in the Bentley Continental GT3 here today at Bathurst, 10 minutes in the rain. So I wonder how that's going to go here at Bathurst. Probably going to be pretty chaotic here. We're 25 car grid here in the rain. We're starting in a random grid position. So yeah, I guess let's get on with it. And here we are, and as you can see, we are starting third here today at Bathurst. I don't know how well this is going to go. Here we got the Intercontinental GT Challenge field here today. So we've got Hondas, Bentleys and all sorts galore here, Nissans as well. So yeah, we're going to go with the wet preset setup because I don't know, I can't set up cars very well here today. And yeah, let's see how we get on. So on the grid now here. And we're going to crank on our wipers, see if that helps or not, I guess, as we get on with it. Hasn't got big lights. Yes, it does have big lights. We're probably going to need them big lights here today at Bathurst. As the spray, not as bad as Spa, however, still pretty bad, being all honest. As we come to the green flag here in Bathurst. And it's out here today. Want to get out this spray malarkey stuff here, because it isn't nice at all to be in. Use the Bentley's absolute superior torque now to try and get a bit of a run down here at Bathurst as the rain streaking across the windscreen. Into pretty understeery there, the traction control not being the greatest of help there, although I'm probably a bit too scared to turn it down a bit, and that's a rookie error really, that, and also missing the gear. I thought Bentley's torque was good enough to outrun a bloody Bentley, but I guess not. No, I thought the Bentley's torque was good enough to outrun a bloody Merc, but never mind. Probably the traction control, they're probably running on 2 because it's the AI and they're probably inhumane really. As we come over the hill, the car feeling extremely floaty in the rain, which is a good help. However, we do seem to be decently quick as we're already catching up to this Porsche up in the lead. And as down the hill we fall now here in Bathurst, using the hill to use our speed as we break down to the Conrod straight now. Probably making big mistakes here using the wrong gears and stuff in the Bentley, because it does have an absolute hella ton of torque, as the next car is 3.5 seconds back, which isn't particularly good, or it is fine, I guess. Not for them, I mean for me it's decent because I'm on my own, and I don't have to focus in front and behind. Now this Porsche seems quick. The Lambos were very quick last time I was in the rain, although I don't think there's any Lambos in the Intercontinental GT Challenge. And we come round now down to the final corner now. There's someone down at the chicane, it's the 8 car, as we come round down to lap number 2 now here. This Porsche seemingly getting away. I use the torque there, the Bentley also helping that we do have more traction, using a higher gear, less spinning of the wheels. I do believe we are much slower than this Porsche, however, not round there we're not. If we stop making rookie errors and actually get on with it and actually drive properly, we can actually maybe catch up to this Porsche, as that time we don't hit the wall. I think it's the fact that this thing's right-hand drive is the issue here. I mean, I haven't had that in any other car, like the Aston. I've never had that issue before, so it could just be me being an absolute muppet. There is the Porsche. I don't know what the Porsche is doing there. He's taking an extremely weird line. This is the wet line as we go away wide the scariest corner to go at the track to go wide on. However, this Porsche does appear to be taking the wet line. We don't do that because we're Muppets, really, and we don't need to do such thing. Probably quicker, but I don't care. I'd rather be alive and comfortable than be quicker. As the 8 car seems to be, or is in the pit lane now, as we come down chasing this Porsche now. Very much shows the Porsche still in the lead of this race. For now, as we have Max the back of the plate. That is, I guess, safe. We lose time though. Don't quite know what happened there. Something scary. Anyway. Personal fastest lap, I'll take it. I mean, if the slight pirouette was a bit suboptimal, especially at such a scary corner. However, suffice the point. What's that behind us? The old Aston is behind us. Then we got another Giga Champ Bentley. So yeah, let's try catch up to this guy in front in the Porsche, which I expected to be absolutely miserable in the wet, but never mind. I stand corrected. Or it's just the AI being crazy good. As we come up to the cutting now. Up the rise up the mountain as we've clunked the wall again. The Aston not being able to find a way by because the Bentley is so damn big, which is a help, although it's going to be absolutely giga quick down Conrod. Okay, that we are now carrying damage from our incompetence. As we rise over the crest now here, around the scary corner, and into Skyline. Be aware where the left hand side of my car is, for God's sake. That would definitely be a help of knowing where that is. I mean, it's kind of scraped on the wall of the cutting now, but yeah. Down the Conrod we go now. Hopefully we don't pirouette this time. I don't know what happened there. We try lifting off. No, we're still going to have a massive moment round there, and a massive skill issue around the chicane. Try turning it out to 6 and see if we can get a bit more of a run. The Aston now looking everywhere to get by this Giga Bentley. However, it is not going to work as we come round now down to turn number 1. Why are we so crap in the wet as well? Trying to carry the speed out, but the Aston's got DRS apparently. As here he comes, the absolute muppet that he is. Sitting in the middle of the track there, going to try to maybe have a look in the send department there. However, we're now down to 3rd. So the Aston's either really, really good in the wet, or I'm really, really crap in the wet. Probably a mix of both. I don't know how that Aston is in the wet, but never mind. I'm just never driven the wet before, really, properly. The only time I have done it's Forza, and that's not even a. That's not. That is, you might as well be driving the dry in this game. If you're driving the wet in Forza, there's another massive moment there. The Aston taking the normal line, not braking round there, so down to Skyline we come. Now have a bit of an approach on the Aston. The speed we're carrying is suboptimal just now. We're not getting traction compared to this Aston for some reason. He must have stupidly low traction control for the wet, really. Or I'm just crap. Probably a mix of both, but we do get an absolute giga run out of We're basically going to turn it down to my normal dry traction control setting now, because I'm just a smart man, you know. So down the con rod we go. Slipstream can't even get us to gain time on this guy. As we come round now, another massive wobble. You can apparently do that flat, because why the bloody hell wouldn't you be able to do that flat? So, to the final lap we come now here in Bathurst after 10 minutes of pretty much complaining and a cool looking slide. We will come down now. Should we send it into hell corner? Yes. That's too much of a send. That's what Max Verstappen would call a send, but we did make slight contact there. I didn't get it stopped either, that's definitely my fault. Probably should let him by, but I don't care. I mean, he's going to get by anyway, because look at the speed he's got! Look at that! That's stupidly quick. As we outbrake ourselves into here again. Wobbles, wobbles. And he's gone already. Lob up the inside of him. For fun. Bentley's torque can't apparently beat an Aston from about 4 years earlier for some reason. Never mind. Now the traction control's harming us. No, that's a button that I don't know what it does. So just a random button that I pressed there. Not the button to turn the traction control up. Hopefully we managed to get the Aston far enough away and to bugger off from thinking about sending it on us, because I don't like them sending it on us. As we can now come flying down to the Conrod straight now for the final time. Here he comes. So it's only going to be a gain of 1 position, but we are crap in the rep, remember. Mid, very mid. Aston got the fastest lap, don't blame him at all. And we've probably lost an absolute ton of safety rating from that. But really, who cares? I mean, I probably care. I want to get that as good as I can get. I'm just that bad at racing and that prone to contact. I can't do that. Mid-race though, decent race, fun, scary, very scary. So I do hope you enjoyed that one there. We obviously came second from third, which is pretty mid. We were extremely mid in the wet, extremely slow. So if you want, educate me down in the comments how to do that. Like, subscribe, do whatever, I don't really care. But yeah, we shall see you next time. I don't know what I'm going to be doing. Probably more Bathurst stuff, because I am enjoying the Bathurst. I did enjoy that race quite a bit there. So yeah. We shall see you next time, and goodbye.